everybody, you're tuned into the AFTERBUZZ SNL After Show. We're going to talk about Amy Schumer and Kacey Musgraves, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That's Kacey Musgraves. Giddy up. She's country.
Still reeling off your intro.
Oh, yeah?
No one can do what you do.
Thank you. One of a kind. They call me Kelly, one of a kind, McInerney.
Yes. As of today,
Yeah.
they call you that.
Yep. What do they call you guys, though?
Where I'm from, I go by Steph Sabraw.
Oh, like my name. Yeah. I'm Amy
That's my
Maestri.
government name.
Government-issued names only.
They call me Nugget. I don't know why. I just thought of that.
Nugget?
No, they don't.
They call me Lil Nugget.
Yeah. They call me Lil Nugget. Listen, we're trying to have fun, because you watched the episode. Where was that fun?
We gotta have some fun now.
Honestly.
Yeah. What were your guys' expectations walking into the Amy Schumer, Kacey Musgraves episode? Both of them have been on before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a lot better. I thought that they would kind of play off Amy Schumer's humor, which apparently she's kind of switching genres and
Getting shittier?
I don't know. Like, I just didn't enjoy any skit that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of went into it thinking it was gonna be like harder hitting, because it usually is. Like last time, you know, like her monologue was great last time. She had some awesome jokes about the Kardashians that I loved, because anytime you can make fun of the Kardashians. But I just feel like she went a lot harder in the last one, and then for the sketches themselves, they even seemed edgier last time too, which obviously she's the host, she's not writing the sketches, but the monologue, I kind of wanted a little bit more from her, but I did think that she picked up on good themes too. I know we'll get into that, but
I agree with you, because I had low expectations, because I don't really know who Kacey Musgraves is, and I'm not a huge Amy Schumer fan, but usually monologues are killer for comedians. But you know what is bad for jokes? Love. And homegirl got married, so there goes the sense of humor.
Oh my.
I know when I was broken up with, I created the funniest jokes. I mean, but I'm not on TV, so don't listen to me. But I think that's a part of it. Like, she was just talking about, like, I'm married and all that, whatever.
being blissfully happy and in love is like awful for
No
a
one
comedian.
wants to see that. I'm just kidding.
No. Give me the pain.
And I think it was just a come down from Donald Glover's episode, and just I feel like the week in pop culture Donald Glover has, and just shift to Amy Schumer, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she's cool too.
Yeah, and that's why that's why even last week, I think when we were doing predictions, I was like, I bet you her monologue is going to be good. I hope she comes hard with it. And then it was just, like, funny themes. It was good for what it was, but I was expecting something different.
Yeah. I think they should have switched, because Han Solo doesn't come out till next week, and then Amy Schumer's movie has been out since 420.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you
Good
guys?
point. That's a good point.
Because the only person that can, live up to Donald Glover is Tina Fey and Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
You know? Whatever.
Wow, I can't wait for next episode.
It'll be so good. But we got to get through this one. So let's do it. The cold open. This was cute. I liked it. It was sweet. I always like the Mother's Day cold opens. They usually do it pretty well. Not as well as the Betty White one a few years ago, though. With all-star lineup. What did you guys think of this one?
I think it's always fun when they get to do this, like, and bring in the moms. I would have liked to see it somewhere else in the show, instead of as the cold open. But I did like the game of, like, the moms just basically saying everything they did was bad and, like, too much political stuff, because, like, they're just speaking for all of us until they got really conservative. But just them being like, enough with the political stuff. So I like that. I thought it was cute, but.
I laughed at the Luke one a lot.
Yeah, he was him and Chris Redd were actually the only ones that I enjoyed. I I told her I know cold opens aren't usually pre-taped, but I feel like they could have done this one pre-taped because not even the actual cast got their lines right. Like, no one said their lines right at all. And it was just, it's cute, but it was, I don't know, I just think that they could have done it a lot better.
Yeah, I think it was just like, let's just throw the moms in and let them have fun, you know?
And I get the theme that they were hitting on, which is a good theme to touch on, but every single mom hit the same theme, essentially.
Yeah. I didn't even know they were the real moms until Chris, he was hugging on her super hard, and I was like, that's definitely his mom.
Keenan's mom's joke was funny, actually. That was the way they brought in the Keenan callback joke again.
Oh my God, will they ever? Literally, the first episode of this season started with a Keenan's been there forever joke.
Yep. You have to. It has to be the last season.
Oh my! If it I don't think you guys understand the party we're gonna have on this show. I'm bringing in champagne. I'm gonna bring in some cake. We are going to go ham.
Bring back all that. Leave SNL. Bring back all that. Executive produce that. Direct that. Kill that.
Pierre
the kids
Escargot.
need that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll watch Pierre Escargot all day.
100%. I did like Colin Jost though too. His mom. Just going back to that. I just wanted to say that.
Anything Colin Jost does is pretty
truth.
Okay to watch.
Pretty good looking, especially Scarlett Johansson. Never mind. Before we get into the rest of the episode, I just want to ask you guys a question. Do you want to have fun, learn, grow in all areas of your life?
Yes.
I do.
Well, for those who do, including you guys, we've got the podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more, we let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. I don't have one.
We need her.
Yeah. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate, comment, and when you do, let Maria know it was us, the AfterBuzz SNL team.
Team.
We're all teenagers.
You guys didn't know? We're all obviously 14 years old.
Yeah. We just lived a rough life, that's why.
We go hard.
Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out now. One thing.
After this.
Yeah. Pause this, listen to an episode, come back to this. Or, what Steph said is probably the best thing. Oh, you know what wasn't the best? The monologue of this episode. This was, I know Amy and I were pretty stoked about. Probably you, right? Oh, God.
You're doing
I know
great,
this episode has really messed me up, all day.
Yeah, it was just so boring. I don't know.
I didn't mind her monologue was better for me than a lot of the sketches. Not that the whole thing was solid. It was kind of a metaphor for the rest of the sketches. There was good points in each one. They just as a whole wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
I liked her take on a lot of like the female type jokes and females in the world and telling us that we're going to be great and then we can't be because society sucks. So that was funny. And the tampon stuff. But I feel like I just heard a comedian talk about tampons.
Yeah, I feel like it's not something different.
Yeah.
I feel like she was just saying the same kind of.
Michelle Wolf?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Know.
Another shout out to Michelle Wolf every week.
When are you gonna host?
Oh my God.
That'd be great.
You obviously just blew our minds.
Takeover weekend update for a week.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I thought she was just stating things that, okay, but where's the funny in that? Okay, yeah, we do get tampons from other girls, thanks, yeah. The joke is we whisper it. I don't understand why that's. I don't know.
I thought everything she said was super on point, but it needed to be elevated more.
Yeah.
Because that is so true. Like, her execution of that was great, of like the body language and everything.
Yeah.
It was really good observational comedy, but then it never really went to that next level. Like, I loved her saying like the bridesmaids are just a line of girls like hoping that they don't have the biggest arm in line, or like things like that are funny and very true and spot on. They kind of remind me of like Ellen DeGeneres style jokes, because she's the queen of like observational, kind of just like clean funny.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this reminded me of, but none of the jokes like quite got there for me.
Yeah. And it just wasn't Amy.
Yeah. I was
Bring
just
some pussy jokes. Sure, steal them from somebody.
Maybe that was
what
a
you usually
problem, that I was expecting her to elevate and become like crazy Amy, and she just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire episode.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Who wants that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Handmaids in the City, what a great concept, and that was it. You know? What did you guys think of it?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I feel like every sketch was like, oh, that's a fun idea. What are they going to do with it? And it was just the title of the sketch, and they just slammed that title over and over again. There was no heightening in each episode, in each sketch.
Yeah, it was a lot of low-hanging fruit. It was like, here's the joke. Let's
But not
do the
in
joke.
But not in her monologue.
Yeah.
One place we needed it.
That's where we needed it. Yeah, it was like they never really like went for the kill on any of them, I feel like. But I did, oh my God, Cecily's Samantha style handmade was great. And then I loved, I don't know why this made me laugh so much, but that their meal was just orange slices and mashed potatoes. I don't know why, I just kept looking at the oranges and being like, eh. So apparently the oranges stole the show for me on this one.
Yeah.
I thought, I mean, like you said, great idea, great concept, great makeup, great the costume design.
I follow that guy on Instagram, Louis something FX, the guy that does the makeup.
Oh.
I forget what his Instagram is. It's like Louis Z FX or something. You should follow him if you want to see like behind the scenes.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Of SNL makeup stuff, because he showed the eye.
The
Kate's
making
eye.
of that.
Just a picture of it, and just was like an explanation below it. It's pretty cool.
You know, I did like because whenever me and my roommate watch Handmaid's Tale, we're always talking about like how we're like at the end of each episode, you're like, God, that's so good and so dark. Also, like, oh my God, is that gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I loved the line at the end of just like, if you're not traumatized, you're not watching TV. And like, because so many shows are like that now. And then what was the other line? Oh yeah, this could so be me and my friends. You know, the way things are going.
Yeah.
So I thought those kind of lines kind of hit it really well. But yeah, it was like, other than that, it was just, it wasn't there again.
Yep.
Like, they were coming really close on all the jokes, but again, they were just kind of stating like, oh yeah, it's funny, like, she's gonna get hanged if she doesn't do something right. And we're like, yeah, it's kind of the plot.
What else?
Part of it.
The Day You Were Born, I would say this was probably my favorite sketch or short or whatever, because it is a funny, like, moms do this, right? All the time. This is the best. It was the best day of my life. But then just showing what actually happens.
Yeah.
It was great. I like the whole butthole. Anything that has a butthole,
I'm for too.
I'm in.
Really good acting. That kid actor was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually.
Highlight.
I normally will not say anything nice about children, but it did good.
It did good.
There are a lot of kids in this episode.
That's true. Lots of kids, lots of moms. Good Mom's Day episode.
I will say it is clear that Amy Schumer's acting has really elevated, because she does go into roles pretty realistically.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it is fun to watch her in that sense. She really, I feel like, heightened that skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this. I like shout out to the editing team on this one too. All the cuts were really nice on
Yeah,
it, like
totally.
where they were coming in and out of everything and flashing
sound.
back. And yeah, like just like random little ones that they would go back to, and she was just screaming, "You're not a man!" The spots that they put everything. Great job to the editing team on this one too.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
And then the button at the end of "Thanks for pretending it was easy." And you're just like, oh,
I thought that was sweet. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
It was very sweet. Something, you know, then just to just bring your joy, the little bit of joy you had for the episode down. just gone.
Which
They're just like, hey, let's have a sketch starring Kenan and Leslie, who both are fucking, oh shoot, freaking awful.
It's hard when you're talking about
Sometimes it
Kenan and
just
Leslie.
honestly, I
I'm sorry,
blacked out
Brianna.
during this sketch.
Yeah, you should have.
I mean, if Leslie could get through a sketch without messing up a line,
Yes,
without breaking, I mean, it would I would bring champagne for that show too. I think that would be equally as exciting for me. And it's just so frustrating to watch. And I thought, again, Amy Schumer's character in this, she did great in this. I thought she was strong in her character. I didn't love the writing of this sketch that much, but it's just so glaringly obvious when she's next to someone who, well, I mean, she wasn't because she was next to Kenan in this one, but when she's next to a Kate or when she is next to someone who's just so brilliant, as is most of the cast, it's so glaring how bad she is.
Yeah. And she can't just get one line right. She flubbed one of the first lines or something, and it was like, come on, you're reading cue cards. You're just reading. God damn it. You've been on for how many years? You're not new anymore. It did make me want pecan pie.
Oh, that looked really good.
Yeah, I had
That's all I gotta say.
good commentary.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering too, did the blender actually malfunction or something? Because she started trying to do it and then it just got really weird. They all started talking over each other and it started to really make me angry because I was just even if something went wrong, remember your improv training, asshole. What are you doing? You're just yelling over each other right now. And then they kind of got back on track. So I don't know if that was actually what happened there, but you could tell something went wrong and it threw all of them.
Yeah.
Which is insane. This is your job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. It's a tough idea. It's one of those ideas that you can't really go anywhere with. Again, you're saying, in the Mother's Day thing, where it's they kept hitting on the same joke. That there wasn't, okay, well, it's a food show. They're going to talk about unhealthy recipes, and she's going to act like she can make them healthy, and then they're not. And then that's it.
Maybe make it more religious, how they.
Yeah.
I think they should have had 3 guests, because just rule of threes type deal. Have the atheist first, and then have somebody else that maybe does something not religious, against, the whole, Christian vibe or whatever. And then, have Amy on. Something, I don't know.
That's why I was
Something
confused
that.
even, why it started with Cecily.
Yeah.
Because that didn't end up going anywhere. And so I thought, they were going to have a couple different guests or it was going to have something to do, or it was going to elevate from there on the Christian side of it, but then it just went in a completely different direction and then they just stayed on that one beat the whole time.
Who knows? I give up.
But Amy's character was good at least.
Yeah, Amy.
She was good in it, but
Yeah, one thing, Amy, she was a good acting in this episode, but it ends there. Wake Up Denver. I was very excited about this because they said they were gonna do a little Rent, and let me tell you, I'm a Rent head. And then it was just whatever. It was just boring. Again, what did you guys think?
The premise was good, like
Yeah.
you said. And yeah, I'm really trying not to be really negative about it, but I have nothing good to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be negative, but it was all pure garbage.
I was
kids
frowning
were
the
great.
entire time.
Amy did a kid's voice, I thought.
Yeah, so that's actually one of her characters that she's done in Inside Amy Schumer.
Okay.
So that's one of her characters who I loved. I don't know how many times she's done it, but it was a little when the little kids do the pageants.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and
done
she's
it. I
she's
do like this impression.
Yeah, she's a contestant in a pageant, and
Honey
this is
Boo Boo
her.
kinda.
Yeah, and that's her character. So I was glad to see her do that because I love that voice that she does, and you can tell she's super comfortable in it too.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's a fun way to bring this in, you're doing the kid sketch or whatever. And yeah, it was again. Here's the joke. We're gonna say the joke a few different times. And then we're going to bring in a new character, and that'll be fun. And then we're going to say the joke a few more times.
Yep.
And it was I think it should have been a lot funnier. Because, as soon as they were oh, my God, they're doing Rent for children. This is going to be great. But then it let me down.
It was just diabetes. That was a joke the whole time. You're not going to add anything else to that? Just
Like, no one even understands what diabetes is. And I have a cousin with diabetes, and I, like, really try to really be there for him, but I don't fully
Does he still have his feet?
Yes, but that is a great point. This was my favorite character of Amy Schumer's for sure, I think. And I really do love this accent or voice, whatever she does with it. She has the greatest face expressions with it. Yeah. It is a good character.
Yeah.
I do like at the end when she was like, because I only speak white. Like, just this awful little monster child.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. That's where you can tell that this sketch, they had great intentions with it and that there was funny beats to it, because I loved a lot of the lines from it. There were a lot of really funny quick lines, and they said like, what is it? Only gays get diabetes, and like it's a sexually transmitted disease. Like there's little moments that were funny in it, and then it just never actually came together in the end.
Oh boy. Well, same thing. The bars one. Which, like, once you see that one, you're like, oh man, it's gonna be good.
Yes.
But then it was meh. Right? What did you guys, if you want to say anything about, I appreciated their effort. Like, they were all in. In.
What a good pairing. I did want to see something with Kate McKinnon and Amy Schumer, because I think they can both get, like, uncomfortable, like, have this raunchiness that makes everyone uncomfortable, but also fun. It's funny.
Yeah.
So in that sense, they're a great pair, and I just don't think the writing was strong.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I liked that they did something different, because a lot of times when they do a female host, Kate's kind of towards the end of night sketch will be the cats, the adopting the cats, and that's always good. Like you can always see the fun chemistry between the two. And then a lot of times when it's a male host, they do the bar one, and so I was like, oh, this is fun. Like it's something different. They're putting a twist on one of her characters. Same where I'm like, oh my god, Amy Schumer and Kate McKinnon together, great, gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And then again, I think it needed to get like weirder with the specifics when they were going back and forth, because that's the whole point, is that like it's they're putting the twist on that usual character. And so I wanted to see them go a little bit harder during that, but then again there's no ending to it. So also, why was Kenan eating eggs? Why did he have a whole egg in his mouth?
Just because they wanted you
Pickled
to hate
eggs.
him so much
Pickled
more.
eggs.
I did like seeing his face being burned off. Wish that could happen. Oh, I also just watched Captain America yesterday, and I was like, is this like the same? Because the villain in Captain America's got a red head, and I was like, does he turn into whatever?
It's okay.
Thanks.
It'll be okay.
Oh man, what is it? James Madison High School graduation. Fun concept. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like I'm this episode. Fun concept, nothing. Man. It reminded me of the digital shorts that they used to do with, what was it, Nazim? When they had like the weird explosion, like, come to this festival.
Yeah,
Like,
it was, I think that is Nassim.
Yeah, and somebody else. Was it Bobby or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good at doing that kind of stuff, like infomercial type.
Yeah. So I wanted somebody to pop out and like talk to the camera versus just show these clips of high school. Like, yeah, it does suck. It is 3 hours in the sun. Cool. Yeah. What else? What's funny about that?
I will say the specifics in this one were perfect.
Yeah.
Because every single one, I like the way that they worded the specifics of it. Because, like, I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but at the end when they were like, and everyone's looking in a different direction. Like, they were, again, it's like that observational comedy that was in this. Like, some of the ones that I like, when they were saying that it was going to be a confusing political statement. Pick a lane! Like, when she comes out trying to say everything.
Yeah.
I feel like the specifics made this, but I do agree that back to back to back, there should have been something else in there to cut it up other than just like, here's this, and then the line. Here's this, and then the line. Yeah. I liked the lines. I thought they were really, really well crafted lines for that situation, because everyone is like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, like to each one. But yeah, it's just, you can't just keep doing that over and over and over and over again for the full, 2-3 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this sketch, and a lot of sketches this season. I think they're trying to include as many people, cast members as they can in every single skit, and then also try to have lines for every single person that's in that skit, when a lot of the strongest, if not almost all of the strongest skits ever made by SNL have one central character. I feel like, or maybe 2, 3 max, but so many of these have like 10 people saying their lines. Like it's constantly like where they do like movie auditions, you know, it's just like I feel like constant showcasing. It's not strong sketches to me.
That's true. I like the audition ones.
Oh yeah, I know, but those
I
are
think
audition
that's
ones.
different. Yeah. And also they do like the last one they did was too many. Like it was just you're just saying one line and that's like show that these people can do impressions. But I agree. I think that's what they're like, okay, let's add everybody in, and I don't know why.
They're like, that was funny too, that's really funny too, let's put everything, and it's like no, there's one funnier thing than the rest of this.
Yeah, that's a really good point actually. This season there's been a ton where it's like almost the entire cast in it, and it's like except you can only do so many of those. Luke, get out of here. Oh, the poor kid with the joke with his mom, I'm new here. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. At least he got to be on with his mom.
Yeah.
Much longer.
At least he had that moment. But
Luke, no. That's why.
That was the funniest joke that came out of the episode.
Thank you.
Did you guys see what she did there?
I just want to make sure you didn't miss that.
Oh man.
But yeah, and it's like sketch basics. 2 characters in a game, and then you go from there. 3 characters in a game. But yeah, it's like they're throwing so many things in at once, which is the problem with a lot of the political stuff this season too. Like we always say, let's just throw every headline into one sketch.
Yes.
Now let's throw every cast member into a sketch. So yeah, that's a good point.
I just thought of a funny sketch idea for SNL.
Oh, speak it.
Have Amy teach them how to do sketches. Like a background, like like the fingers guy and Bring It On.
Yes.
Like a teaching thing.
I can do some
spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers for
I
them.
do sketch fingers.
Be like, this is the basics of a sketch of improv.
Yeah, don't yell over everyone if something goes wrong.
What? Oh man. All right. Lastly, because Kacey Musgraves, fine, great. What did you think? I don't know.
Or loved her outfit.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Loved.
Except the Saturday shirt. We get it.
Yeah.
It's Saturday. And by the time she was wearing it,
yeah,
it was actually
I liked
fun.
her performance outfits, and she has a great voice.
Well said.
We're hilarious here. Way funnier than that
Are you
episode.
enjoying this group of us just yelling about everything?
Honestly,
how much we hate
this
everything?
is therapy. This is the therapy friendos told us to get.
Yeah. Remember
Breakthrough.
Update was killer. One of the things was killer. I don't get Bailey this time. What did you think of her? You're smiling. Do you like her?
I like Bailey.
Yeah.
I think I really like Heidi, and she continues to be, I think, get better and better and more comfortable. And I think there's a lot of comedy in just YouTubers in general and teenage YouTubers. Because I've seen at like Target, I saw 5-year-olds vlogging. And they were like, are we going to post this today or tomorrow? I'm like, what? Are you like baby geniuses? What do you have a post schedule?
Oh, God.
What does this mean? No. So, yeah, I think it's a great concept. She's so good at voice. She's so good at sticking in her character, sticking to her character. And so I did like it. It was a relief from the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love her for the same reasons. Yeah, that she just commits so hard. And she almost reminds me in a very different way of when Vanessa would do Jacob the Bar Mitzvah Boy.
Yeah.
Because she always said that, like a big part of Jacob's character was that, like, boys at that age don't really know what to do with their hands. So, like, she would always be, like, kind of fidgeting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same for teenage girls of, like, when they get, like, nervous or, like, anxious, like, they're just kind of always moving and, like, doing stuff.
Yes.
And the way that she keeps that through the whole time that she's doing this character and she commits to everything so much, I love it. And in this one, like, just her pacing the willingness to go that slowly through a comedic bit is
true.
hard. You have to fight every urge to not say that next line, or because you're scared of silence a lot of times.
Yes.
And her pacing in this is always so good, and like drawing it out, and that's why Kyle, your boy, is really good. And at the end of that stand-up bit that he always does, the bad stand-up comic, not the greatest bit, but at the end when he gets really emotional and draws it out, like. It ends up working. So I love when Heidi does this.
Yeah.
That's a great point. It reminds me of why Melissa McCarthy's so good.
Speaking of...
Wonder why you brought her up.
Ooh.
And that's how you pivot.
Pivot!
Oh, man. So good. Like, also, I just love hard Michael Che having this goofy stepmom. And you can tell he's, like, kind of uncomfortable, but still, like, doing it.
Yeah.
And that's great. I love uncomfortable Che. Uncomfortable, whatever.
It's going to be okay.
Words today. And she's just like an all-star, you know? She just comes off effortless. It makes it look effortlessly.
Yeah, but it's so much effort.
Yeah.
Everything about her characters are always perfect. Even though she's not even a cast member. It's like you do it better than anyone I've ever she's top 3 in my book in terms of just characters, and her in wigs never gets old. I like her in every single wig possible.
Yeah.
I loved her and Michael Che's dynamic, and I love like the whole idea about moms really doing that. Like they literally don't even let you finish before they're like, "You're so funny" or whatever it is.
Yep.
They just start laughing. And you're just like, I didn't get to the funny part yet.
Yeah. I love the head part too. Like, I've got a different head.
She's just having the time of her life.
In the
That's
end.
what you can tell, like, and again, like you're saying how, you know, Heidi kind of reminds you of her groundlings mentality. That like such crazy dedication to their character. And Melissa McCarthy is just like queen of it. Like how hard she goes into everything. At the end when she walks up to the camera, whenever anyone walks up close to a camera,
great.
it's always gonna make me laugh, no matter what.
Gave me some Edna Mode vibes, just with the wig too.
Oh, yeah. From Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Do you guys have any jokes that you liked in Update that you want to talk about? You don't have to. It's up to you.
I actually did. I loved the one where the black student fell asleep and the white student at Yale called security on them. I love the if you're black and go to Yale, stay woke.
Good stuff.
But yeah, for this one, I think mostly I just loved the.
She stole the show.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and Heidi too. Like I want to just say I just don't understand YouTubers. I guess ultimately that's probably why I don't understand the sketch. But I do enjoy Heidi. Anyways, I want to give shout-outs real quick to some people before we talk. I know you're like, we're missing a sketch. Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it in a second. I want to give a shout-out to BDWJ1989 for clarifying that Stormy Daniels joke about interracial porn.
Yeah, you made me feel like an idiot, and I appreciate that.
Speaking of making you feel like an idiot, making me feel like an idiot, it made me, this guy, Alto Keys, was like, he likes the show. Amy has a crush on Kenan.
I'm gonna get you for that someday.
That's hate language for Amy.
Yeah, and then I sound like Daria. Let me tell you, I was called Daria in high school.
Oh my God.
I don't appreciate it. Brings back real hard memories for me.
Everyone loves Daria.
Yeah, but it's not gonna get you boned in high school. You know what I'm saying? Guys that call you Daria in high school don't like
might not go over well.
So thanks. Sore subject. But also thanks for watching. Anyways, let's bring. I'm gonna bring you guys to our new segment that we brought up last week, Anatomy of a Sketch with Amy.
The perfect music.
Yeah.
That's basically my theme song.
Yeah.
Whenever I walk into a room, I hear that play.
Every time you take a step, it's boing,
Yes,
boing, boing.
So the sketch that you're talking about that we haven't covered yet, the Mother's Day game show that they did. I wanted to talk about this one and feature this one just because not my favorite sketch of the night. Some of it was funny, some of it wasn't. But structurally, the way that this is broken down, they did a lot of like really technical sketch specifics in here. First of all, they were really good at establishing the characters. Of course, Alexis. It reminded me of Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Just come on. The way that they had the quick specifics laid out to build the character and the world really quickly. Because in sketches, you don't have time to do that a lot of times. So even for Amy Schumer's character, the fact that she said, I'm a YouTube sketch comedian and very serious, genuine singer, like right away, you're just like, oh, I know. Yeah. This person. I know this lady. The names of the two characters immediately. John Christopher and Abyssala. What was it?
Something like I think
Abyssala. Yeah, Abyssala. I think. Yeah. And they're from a community of friends in Pennsylvania. Okay, know exactly who these two people are. Yeah. And then they clearly get into the game in their first beat. In the first beat, they get through, the first two normal ones, and then they get to the third one, and you're like, oh wow, they are super creepy. I know the game. I know what's gonna happen here now. And then everyone's chemistry throughout it was really strong too. So not only, like the intensity of Kate playing off of Mikey's just like giddiness over everything and how happy he is. But Cecily and Edie were great together. And then like Chris and Leslie, when she wasn't laughing at Kate, was great. So everyone's chemistry was great together too. But the reason why you see so many game shows like this is because they want to do fish out of water sketches. So either two normal people and then the crazy one, or two crazies and a normal, and the normal one is made out to feel crazy. Obviously in this one, it's, you have two normal mom and, or mom and daughter or son teams, and then the crazy one at the end. And so the only thing I would have liked in this one is that the third beat I wanted to escalate. Yeah. The first one was the establishing beat of they're weird and creepy and too close. Throughout it, their physicality got escalated. By the end, she was massaging his like inner thigh. And then the second beat was then we find out that they share the same bed. The third beat went in a kind of different direction of her like long answer of how she's scared that he's going to get taken from her by a woman at some point. Yeah. That whole explanation was hilarious on the card, though, so I appreciated that, but I wish that they took it to the third beat, staying within that game of, like, their creepy relationship, which it kind of is in that answer, but I thought it was going to go more in, like, that weird sexual way that it had been going. And then the button at the end of she has to help him pee. So it really, like, from beginning to end, they followed a lot of, like, really good sketch rules, like we said. So my sketch of me going and teaching them how to do a sketch, this was a great example of it, like from top to bottom of why certain things work and why they don't. So
cool.
That is why I wanted to talk about this one.
Wow, I love when you do that. I really do. I just learned so much that I had no idea about.
Steph, do you have any news?
Oh, there is some news.
I love it too. I just was like...
Okay, well, we're going to be talking about Kacey Musgraves, but before we talk about her performance... We did. We liked her. She did release an album March 30th, Golden Hour, and her tour starts in July. So if you guys are Kacey Musgraves fans, go watch her. She seems pretty cool. And also, we do have some gossip.
Oh, with Amy Schumer?
Yes.
So at Caroline's, I believe, in New York, this one guy was doing a headlining set, and she was like, hey, can I do 10 minutes real quick? And, like, bombarded his set. But there's two conflicting things. Like, Amy's people said they were friends and it was it was planned or whatever, where he's like, nah, I didn't plan this. People are saying it's kind of a dick move, but I don't mind, like, whatever. So I don't know. I feel like, in a way, I kind of believe Amy's people because it makes him look good. Like, to be like, oh, I don't know, but we don't know the real truth. But she did, there's like I think there's a video of it or something. Where she's like, hey, can I do 10 real quick?
I know, I couldn't tell either what side was real, but I know you guys are both comedians. If this happened to you, what would you feel about it?
It depends on the person, and it depends on the set. Like, if I was doing if this was my first big headlining set, I don't know. I guess you have to say yes, though, or else it'll look bad.
Yeah, because, I mean, even if it was just, like, or if it was, like, a showcase, too.
Yeah.
Like, especially Caroline's, like, speaking of SNL, a lot of SNL writers and producers will go to Caroline's and watch stand-ups, and they'll say, hey, we're going to be here on a certain night, or from whatever show, you know, Comedy Central execs or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, like, if you're up there being like, cool, Comedy Central came here to watch me tonight. Oh, Amy Schumer wanted to do 10 minutes. Yeah, of course you can, Amy Schumer, but also, like, damn.
That could have been my only cut. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So dumb. Well, we'll never know the truth.
She's always in some sort of drama. I feel bad.
Do you? I don't. I don't like her.
Also, and her movie, obviously, we know did come out on 4/20, but we should see that if you haven't.
I saw it. It's fine. I liked it better than Trainwreck, but I also didn't like Trainwreck. I don't like the idea of the movie, and I don't think she's big enough to break a spin machine, and I think that, like, is a terrible idea to show women, you know, in this world. I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. I was like, why are you doing that? Twice?
Well, I don't think she actually broke it, though. I think it just wasn't, like, because you know how they kept showing her, like, making sure it was, like, locked in?
Yeah.
I think it just wasn't, like, you know how when, like, the seat isn't totally locked in, and then it just, like, when she started to sit on it, it collapsed. Like, because I agree that, like, I didn't let, like, I knew going into it, it's like a silly theme, you know? But at the end of the day, I really liked the message. And then what she did throughout it, like the way that they portrayed it and the way that she, like, started to see the things that she did and the way that she started to act, like, I really liked it. And it was what it was, you know? Like, I think if you go in with different, like, expectations of it, or like, oh, Amy Schumer, it's good, you know, like, if you don't really know what it's about, I think people are probably going to be pretty disappointed, but I really liked it, and I think Michelle Williams stole the show.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. Michelle Williams was excellent in it.
So good.
Oh, she could do everything.
Yeah.
She could do everything. I don't want to tell you who she was.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Because it's great. All right, we're going to be real quick about this. Spitball your predictions. Next week, it's Tina Fey
Your
and
AfterBuzz
Nicki Minaj.
TV
What do you think's going to happen?
predictions.
I'm going to go first. Nicki Minaj is going to be in a sketch. What else?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is going to do the musical short with Tina and the rest of our usual musical short people.
Yes. We're going to get an epic Tina rant on Update.
Nice.
Yes.
Sarah Palin, maybe.
Man, I can't wait for her cold open.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Oh, man. I don't even want to predict it. I just want to be surprised.
Yeah. Same.
We don't have time for best and worst, but let's be honest. They were all like, meh, right? I'd say.
It was like that
I can't
joke.
pick a worst one.
It was like that joke in Update that Andy Cohen just looks like the word "der."
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
That was, because he did. As soon as he said that, I'm like, you're right.
All right, well, this has been fun, and we've got one more next week until the fall. Oh, gosh. Where can we find you on the internet, Amy?
You can find me at Amy Maestri.
You can find me at Steph Sabraw.
And you can find me, Kelly McInerney, at Holly Weirdo on Twitter and Instagram. And also, check out the latest Doug Loves Movies, because I'm on that
Yes!
podcast.
Woo!
Bye.
I gotta check that.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.